what can get me to do more than one video a day on the gig economy these days? Well, news about AB5 will always be an exception to the rule where it's like, well, let's talk about this one. Hey everyone, this is Kev the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and I have to really like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. We upload videos on a near daily basis. News, commentary, interviews, live streams, podcasts, you name it. And you will want to be notified of when all those videos get uploaded. So, I have been covering AB5 extensively. And I have been talking to a lot of people who are both for AB5 and those who are against it. I have always leaned for AB5. However, there are concerns I have. Particularly, it did throw my my freelance journalism into chaos, but I've found little hacks to get around it, and you can too. However, Uber and Lyft and Postmates and DoorDash and all these companies, they are fighting tooth and nail to get this thing reversed. They don't want it. They want to get rid of it because it hurts their bottom line. Now, Uber has been experimenting with giving drivers more freedom and flexibilities to basically avoid the wrath of AB5. Lyft, not so much. Neither has Postmates. However, they did the thing that was most obvious. They sued the courts. Not the courts. They sued AB5 or, let's see, whoever they sued. They sued to have this blocked. They sued to have it overturned, removed, whatever term you want to use, but they failed. Because as Reuters points out, a U.S. judge on Monday rejected a request by Uber Technologies, Inc. and courier service provider Postmates, Inc. to block a California law from taking effect, saying the bill's public benefits outweighed the company's concerns. I love that. How do you not love that response? I would have loved to have been in the room when the judge said that, where he's like, how did he say it? Like, it is in this court's opinion that the bill's public benefits outweigh the company's concerns. I would have loved that, to see that. Anyway, U.S. District Judge Dolly G. in Los Angeles, oh, it's a girl, so I was doing this completely wrong the whole time, sorry, said that while the companies had proven they could suffer a degree of irreparable harm as a result of the law, the potential risks to them were less important than the public interest in setting a living wage and regulating employment. The 24-page decision is a blow to the employers of the so-called gig economy, which had hoped to stop a bill that will make it harder for them to classify their workers as independent contractors rather than employees. G did not rule on the merits of the case, and her decision does not stop the lawsuit. Okay, so the lawsuit is still going on. Postmates said in a statement that G's decision was merely procedural and that the company looked forward to pursuing the case on its merits. It added it was considering all legal options, including an appeal. Well, of course, you're always going to appeal it. Like, you always appeal a case. Even if they say don't bother, no, you always appeal. Uber said it was reviewing the judge's opinion and considering whether to pursue an appeal. The company in a statement called the California law biased and overtly political by granting preferential treatment to an arbitrary group of industries, mainly the ones who aren't abusing this. In their lawsuit against the state of California at the end of 2019, the companies argued that the bill violates the U.S. Constitution and unfairly singles out app-based technology platforms. Under the law, which took effect on January 1st, companies in well, anyway, we've discussed that already. So, yeah, as noted, this can be appealed. And they will appeal it. If you think they're not going to appeal it, you've got another thing coming to you. They're going to appeal it. They're going to try to get a law on the books. Heck, I even mentioned this. I met someone who was collecting signatures to have AB5 overturned. Now, in this gentleman's defense, he was not an Uber driver. I believe he was a trucker, and he was a freelancer. He did a lot of freelance work, and AB5 did hurt him, which that's one of the unfortunate things about these cases. Like, whenever you have a company or two that is completely abusing a system, and you realize you need to, like, actually redefine what it is to keep those companies from abusing other people, one of the side things is that good people will get hurt in the process. It's a shame that it even gets to that point at all. It'd just be nice if all these companies could play fair, be nice, give everyone the living wage like they were when they started. But no, we have to do all of this. In fact, I'm actually really curious now because it just dawned on me. I should probably make this a separate video about this. I don't know, but minimum wage went up in California. Minimum wage went up in California. Do you see Uber raising the rates for the cities that don't have the set your own rate thing? No, of course not. Why would they? They're not interested in that. Gas going up. Minimum wage being raised. Cost of living skyrocketing. What do you want us to do about it? You get on the road and you drive more. You lazy SOBs. Hang out in the bum parking lot, why don't you? Yeah, no. The rates should have gone up, considering we had a minimum wage increase recently, but they're not. They're not. Of course, on the other hand, I know people, won't say who on this channel, who work a regular job, who negotiated a raise last year, and because minimum wage went up, they essentially lost that raise and they're back to square one. So yeah, nobody plays fair when it comes to money, unfortunately. This is why you have the lawsuits. This is why people get sued, and rightfully so. But yeah, they're Uber, Postmates, they're gonna appeal. This is not the last time we're going to talk about this. Heck, we'll be talking about it all year and maybe even to a little next year until they either lose or they go out of business, because I think it's going to be one or the other. But anyway, that's where we are going to leave this story. What do you think? Do you think the judge made the right call? Do you think the judge did not make the right call? I would love to know. So, you know the drill. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos... Oh, I'm sorry, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.